Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this look right here. I'm hoping to do a photo shoot later today for a new blog post, and hopefully Robert makes it home in time before it starts getting dark out. So if you guys want to follow along and see how I achieve this look, then let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so first thing I want to address is, yes, I do have adult acne. A lot of people don't really realize that it is this severe because I tend to cover it up a lot. But I have kind of came to the realization that it's just something I have, and it's something that I should not be ashamed of, and I need to be confident in my own skin. So I'm very nervous to be making this video with no makeup in the beginning on my face, and showing you guys kind of my everyday life and what my skin looks like. And I know I'm going to be nervous when I'm editing this later, but I just need to power through. So, like I said, I am getting ready today because I am hoping to do a photo shoot later tonight for my blog. Hopefully Robert gets home on time before it starts getting dark out. And I'm sorry if the light plays with y'all today. It is cloudy outside. I mean, it's mostly sunny, but I do see some clouds out there, so hopefully it's not, the light isn't fluctuating a lot. So let's get this party started. First thing I'm going to go in with is my primer. This is the Kane & Austin Prime and Protect Mattifying Primer. I love this stuff because it has SPF 50 in it, and SPF is very important. So because I have adult acne and I have all these wonderful red spots on my face, I like to conceal those with some green concealer to combat the redness. This is the I cannot speak today. This is the Physician's Strength Concealer in the color green. Just going to take a stippling brush and blend that out. If I'm trying to be extra fancy that day, I will go in with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Correcting Cream. I love this stuff when I am just having days where I don't really want to wear a whole lot of makeup. I will wear this as a base, and then I will go in with just a little bit of concealer. And it really does get rid of my redness a whole lot, which is very nice. I am also using the shade Transforming Porcelain Beige because I'm very fair. Well, I'm not as fair as I could be, but I'm getting there. We're going to be going in with the Estée Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place foundation in the shade Ivory Nude, and then we're also going to be mixing in a little bit of the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in the shade Soft Ivory. And I am going to be blending this in with the Morphe Beauty Sponge. Okay, foundation is on. It looks like I have no lips, but I promise I do. So for my concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, my favorite, in the shade Fair Neutral. I'm almost out of this, so I definitely need to get some more. So yes, the sun is behind a cloud, of course, so it is a little bit dark in here. But now that we have our concealer blended out and I look like a ghost, I'm going to set that with the RCMA No Color Powder, and this stuff makes a freaking mess. Okay, so now that we have our powder on there and we are baking, I am going to do my brows. I'm going to do my brows off camera because everybody does their brows different, and even though they frame the face, they're just not that exciting. So I will be back. Okay, so now that we have our brows on, our powder wiped away, and our lips having the foundation off. Okay, so I'm going to start to work on my eyes. I have no idea what kind of eye look I'm gonna do, but we're just gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit closer. We're gonna get up and personal. Also, please do not mind my ugly ass fingernails. I only have one of them painted still. I got a gel manicure a couple weeks ago and it just like now started chipping, and once it chips I'm done, so I just peeled them off, but I cannot get this finger off, so please ignore my terrible fingernails. For today's look, I grabbed two different palettes. The first one that I grabbed is the Urben Decay Naked Basics palette, Ultimate Basics. This is what she looks like. Ooh. And then for the second palette, I grabbed the Lorac Unzipped. Yeah, the Lorac Unzipped eyeshadow palette. This is what she looks like. Very pretty. So I'm kind of thinking that I want to do like a pinky mauve sparkly eye. But we'll just see what happens. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, and I'm going to go in with a combination of the shade Nudie, which is this one, and then the shade Commando. And I'm going to put those as my transition color. This brush is very, very old. It is from Walmart. I have no idea what it is called besides Big Fluffy Brush. I got it many, many, many years ago when I first started doing makeup, and it has lasted me ever since. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in further, obviously, so you would be able to see better what I was doing. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Lorac Unzipped palette, and I'm going to take the shade Unconditional, which is this one right here. On camera, it's picking it up as kind of more like a cool tone brown, but it definitely is more of a mauve color. And I'm going to be putting that into my crease, or my lower crease, with the Morphe or the Morphe 433 brush. So now that I have those shades laid down, I'm going to go in with Unbrindled in the Lorac palette. This is a really pretty dark brown with a undertone of red in here, so kind of like a brick. And I'm going to be taking that on the same brush, the M433, and I'm going to be deepening that up in the outer corner. Okay, so one thing that I'm going to do to clean up the edges is take the RCMA No Color powder and kind of stamp that on the edge to clean up that shadow. Now that we have our outer corner deepened up, I'm going to go in with a shimmer, and I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is the shade called Unreal. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to put a little bit of setting spray on there, and then I'm going to dip into that shade and lay it down. And if it doesn't work with a brush, oh no, that's nice. I'm going to go in with my finger a little bit and kind of do that over the top of it. Using your finger typically makes it look a little bit better. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's really nice. So I decided that I wanted to add just a little bit more glitter. So I'm going to take this Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow eyeshadow in the shade Smoldering Satin. And I'm going to put that a little bit on top of here and blend it out really quickly. I like that. I have not actually used this eyeshadow in a very, very, very long time. But I really like it. I think I'm going to deepen up my outer V just a little bit, just smidge. I'm just going to go in with the shade Blackjack from the Urben Decay palette. And I'm only going to keep this on my outer lash line and then kind of drag it in just a little bit, just to kind of give the appearance that I have eyeliner on, but I don't actually want to put eyeliner on. Okay, so now that we have that done, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my lower lash line. So I'm going to, I just got eyeshadow all over my sweatshirt. The palette fell on me. Look at this. What? Oh, I'm not happy. So let's try this again. So I'm going to be going in and doing my lower lash line, and I'm going to be taking the shade Unconditional and this little brush. Let me clean it off. Okay, so I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. little mini smudger brush. I think this is what it's called. It doesn't really say on here. It just says e.l.f. So we're going to be going in with that shade Unconditional. And we're going to be putting this on the lower lash line. My lashes are sticking together. I always love this part because then I get eyeshadow on my contacts. It feels great. I'm going to be taking the shade Unbridled on the Morphe 432 flat top definer brush, and I'm going to be putting this as close to my lower lash line as I can. Okay, and then to blend that shadow out, I'm going to go in with a combination of nude in Commando from the Urben Decay Naked palette. Alice, what are you doing? Okay, eyes are done for now. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my bronzer. And I am taking this huge ass dirty palette. It is the contour palette by Profusion. I got this at TJ Maxx a long time ago for like $8. And it comes with 3 different contour shades, 3 different highlight shades, or highlighting powder shades, and then 2 actual highlights, and then some brushes and some mirrors that I've never opened. But I am going to use this Real Techniques brush. It is technically a blush brush, but I like to use it as my bronzer. So I'm just going to take all 3 of those contour shades because that really matches me the best. And we are just going to bronze. Give ourselves a little bit of color since we're very, very fair. Hey, that looks much better. Not as white. Not as ghosted. now that we have our bronzer on, I'm going to go in with blush. And for blush, I'm going to go in with the Tarte times Aspyn Ovard collection palette, and I'm going to go in with this shade called Made You Blush. It is my perfect blush shade. I love it. This blush is very pigmented, but I actually really love putting blush on, and I typically tend to put on a lot because blush fades on me really quickly. Usually by the end of the day, it's just not there anymore. So I'm going to blend that all out with just a plain stippling brush. So I decided I'm going to put lashes on, but I'm only going to do a half lash, but I'm going to do it off camera because it's going to take me a while. I love lashes. I love how they look, but I hate applying lashes. Hate them so much. So I'm going to do that off camera and then I'll be back. I recorded my outro and realized that when I came back from putting on my lashes, my microphone wasn't on. So I finished everything without realizing my microphone was on. So it really wasn't a whole lot left. But my eyelashes are Ardell demi wispies. I don't know the number of them because I did not save the packaging. But I did cut them in half and I only put them on the outer half of my eye. And then, what else did I have left to do? The mascara that I use is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. And then my highlight that I did is the Smashbox and Casey Holmes collaboration in the Spotlight palette. And I used the shades Turn It On Pearl and Crank It Up Pearl. And I highlighted my cheekbones, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and then I matched my eyebrow highlight and my inner corner highlight as well. And then for my lips, I did the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On waterproof color lip liner in the shade Nude Suede Shoes. And then I topped it off with the Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian. And then I just finished setting my face again with a Morphe setting spray. So that's really it. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them down below and I will try and answer them as soon as I can. And I will try to leave a list of all the products that I used down below in the drop box. But if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye guys.